Okay, here is the last part of Stonefang Tunnels, where you will be able to go through up until right before the boss, which is a creeper, as I said. So here I actually went back to the Nexus to check out some storage items that I had and to upgrade some equips and things like that, and so I'm going in through this shortcut from the bottom. In the beginning, when you see the merchant, there is that little door right to the left of him, and you can go in there and there's that lift. That's the other way that you can access that lift that goes down to Ed the blacksmith, and then if you ride it all the way up, it will take you to this level here, which is near the end of the level itself. So this is a shortcut. And then starting again, I had to kill these enemies again, of course, because the levels are very rude to me like that. They make you kill the enemies again. The bosses will never be available again after you've killed them, but the enemies on the levels are always there once you restart the level, so that's just too bad. But I had a terrible time of trying to backstab any of these enemies, and just hacked and slashed my way through. I think they're still doing too much damage for what I'm comfortable with, mostly because I'm not very good at riposting and guarding myself still, but I did manage to get a riposte on this guy, and I was happy about that. It was kind of a test because I'm not used to excuse me, I'm still a little sick, but I'm not used to riposting the different kinds of enemies and their different attacks. I'm not quite that skilled with the timing yet, so big deal to me. Here is the lava pool. We now can cross it, and then you'll see there are 2 items here that you can get that previously were also inaccessible. Now you can get those and advance ahead. Going up here, there's an enemy a bit ahead of this into the next place that you'll go, and there's a message warning me, beware of not using caution ahead. So I wasn't really sure what to expect once I got up to the next place. I'm kind of being cautious, I guess. There's one of the guys that throws fire, the ones that will laugh at you, and you will see that here, the message, and he's right inside, and it's very cramped. I would suggest letting him get a shot at you, because that will clear the way for you to go in. There's a lot of barrels in there, and if you let him do that for you, then you can time it so that you can run past. And there are still places where you can hide, as you can see here, off to the side, so you can dispose of him fairly quickly. Be careful of not entering the fog while you are attacking. There's nothing really back there, but it would be better to just stay in one place while you get rid of this guy. Anyways, he will give you some full moon grass, which I meant to get, but instead I accidentally went into the fog, and as you can see there's nothing there immediately, but just a heads up to be careful, because sometimes enemies do glitch, like the dogs for instance. But going in through this fog, you will see that someone left a message to go right. There is an item there, a stone of ephemeral eyes, and that is also useful for your upgrades. It was kind of about past this fog point that I noticed something that I really didn't like seeing, and you can see that right here. The guy on the left there, just hanging out, he's apprehended by spider webs, and you can see in the distance there's a guy with a lightsaber that fell from the top. He is waiting for me to go forward, but I noticed those spider webs, and I wasn't particularly happy, so I was looking throughout this part of the level, this last part here, for spiders, something like that, and I didn't see any. And the more that I thought about it, the more that I was thinking that if there were no spider enemies on the level itself, it probably was the boss, because it just was kind of like really obvious foreshadowing to me that spider webs would indicate a spider boss. So I was kind of unhappy about that. But at the same time I was intrigued to see what it would look like, because I've seen a lot of generic spider boss designs, and I wanted to see what this one was like, because the game had, some unique features in the designs. Like the dragons, for instance, had a nice balance of the different art styles and things that I'd seen. So I wanted to see if the spider was the same way. You'll see that in the next video featuring the boss. I don't really want to give any spoilers out. But anyways, you can see that I'm going around here, I'm looking around. There is a handle that I'll activate in a minute, and that will allow me to go down. That's right here. And you can see someone has left a message that there's treasure ahead, so I went ahead and went down, thinking that I would just find treasure, and I found a little bit more than that. I did find the treasure. There is an item that you can get in a small cave, and I'll show you where that is in just a second. But this is actually right before the boss, so you can see the fog there, and that is where you'll go through and fight the nice eight-legged friend, or enemy. And then here, there is where the cave is with the items. So here I'm just looking around to see if there's anything else. A couple of people have left some messages here. One person recommended bows, another person just said good luck. I have a bow. This is actually my hunter class, and I started out with a bow, but I don't have any arrows in this part where I am, so that's why I've been mainly using my battle axe to go through and wipe out enemies as I go through the levels. And based off of what I'm told, I may just stay that way. But anyways, once you get your item, all that's left to do is to go in and face the boss. So hopefully in the next video, by Monday, I will have a video featuring the boss, which is the armored spider. So I will see you then. Thank you for watching, and please like or subscribe us.